Chief Justice of India has said that they are taking suo motu cognizance and want to see a national plan on the issue of oxygen shortage, essential drugs and method of vaccination. The Supreme Court has just issued a notice to the centre to this effect. Vaidyanathan joining us with the very latest. What more can you tell us?
So in fact, Chief Justice Bench assembled in the morning, and immediately Chief Justice said that they want to take up the whole issue of few issues. Number one, supply of oxygen and supply of essential drugs. And thirdly, he said the national plan on how vaccination and other things would be done. So he told the Solicitor General saying that we want to know this because some high courts have already taken up and issued directions. Some high courts want, oxygen to be supplied or some things to be done to the state within its jurisdiction. So Supreme Court said high courts have taken the right view, but we want as a whole, we want to ask the central government what is the national plan for this. So the Supreme Court has issued notices to the centre and the case will be taken up tomorrow. Of course, even before this, there was another issue was taken up because Vedanta, that's called Sterling plant in Tamil Nadu, which had been closed. They also moved the Supreme Court. They said they wanted permission from the Supreme Court so that they can open the plant. Only oxygen will be manufactured and it will be given free to Tamil Nadu. That's the issue. But Tamil Nadu has certain reservations saying that they wanted to take up the case tomorrow because the plant cannot operate immediately. But Chief Justice immediately shot back saying that it's a national emergency. Everyone is waiting for oxygen. What is wrong that the plant is allowed to operate, that too only for supplying of oxygen? So court said the court will take up the case tomorrow. As for the other issues concerned, which the court said they are issuing notice, taking suo motu on its own issue. Mr. Salve, Harish Salve has been appointed as amicus. And Centre said that comparing with environment and the human lives, it would prefer human life. And Solicitor General Tushar Mehta also told the court all the oxygen cylinder supply is being augmented, the country is doing its best. So he said that the case is being heard in the Delhi High Court. Can it be, he directly didn't say stay, can the Supreme Court take away all these things? But one of the judges, Justice Ravindra Bhatt, told Solicitor General, central government can explain its views to the court. Anyway, it's not clear.
Right. We seem to be losing that audio line with you, Vaidyanathan. We'll try and reconnect with you in just a bit. But what we're understanding is that the Chief Justice of India has said that we as a court wish to take suo motu cognizance of certain issues. We find that there are 6 high courts in Delhi, Bombay, Sikkim, Madhya Pradesh, Calcutta and Allahabad. They are exercising their jurisdiction in their best interest, but it's creating confusion and diversion of resources. The Supreme Court, therefore, has decided to take suo motu cognizance of the matter. They say that the supply of oxygen, supply of essential drugs, method and manner of vaccination, all of these are issues that the centre needs to respond on. The Chief Justice of India has said that they will be drafting the notice and issuing a notice to the central government. Then they will issue notice to high courts and eventually they will bring all the issues to the Supreme Court. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how this works out. A national plan has been demanded. And this is the suo motu cognizance that's been taken by the Supreme Court. So this is the big story that we are tracking. Chief Justice of India, S.A. Bobde, hearing an application by Vedanta as well, seeking to carry some repair work and restart the oxygen plant for the copper unit and unit that can manufacture 1,000 tons of oxygen and give it free of cost. So Vaidyanathan, this is extremely important at the moment, what the Supreme Court has said to the centre, which is essentially 2 things. A, they want to see a national plan on what the supply of oxygen is going to be as well as essential medication.
You see, there are 4 issues which Chief Justice outlined. Number 1, supply of oxygen, supply of essential drugs and vaccination plan. And also he says about the lockdown. He says lockdown, as far as the lockdown is concerned, it should be left to the concerned states. So Chief Justice took this case on its own, which is called suo motu in legal parlance, and Solicitor General was also there. So initially, the first application was about Vedanta Sterling plant being temporarily allowed to open in Tamil Nadu so that it can produce oxygen. So during the course of that, argument, Chief Justice himself said that we have been hearing that there are 6 high courts across the country passing different orders. Of course, they are doing their level best according to the interest of the state. but we also want to take up the whole issue because of different issues are involved. So he said that court is taking the issue on its own and issuing notices to the center, and it will take up the case tomorrow. And Mr. Harish Salve has been appointed as the amicus. The main issue is concerned. The important issues that Supreme Court wanted answers from the central are: one, supply of oxygen, augmentation of oxygen, and secondly, supply of essential drugs for COVID, and thirdly, what is the national plan for vaccination? So court said that what is the national plan for all these issues, the center would have to reply tomorrow, and the court will be taking up this case tomorrow. Interestingly, Chief Justice S.A. Bobde's last working day would be tomorrow. He would be retiring. On 24th, Justice Ramana would be taking over as the new Chief Justice of India. He will be sworn in by the President on Saturday.